are live. It has been way too long since we started up one of these interviews, huh?
Oh boy.
Hey, I'm sure everything's going to be fine. After all, we got another mouse with us.
Yeah.
Squeak.
And you know, what's better than more mice?
True.
Even more mice.
Exactly. I mean, a mischief is always great, right?
Hi. I'm trying to remember what that means.
You don't remember that a mischief is just a bunch of mice?
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
We are mischief. Come on now.
I'm dumb. Okay.
Also, heck, I see that in chat. Ay. Well, thank you, Crimson Faith and Zumi, for the follow. Thank you, Zumi, as well for the tier 1 sub. Ay.
I thought I was already following. Don't look at me, okay?
Yeah. I'll look away for the entire interview. Let's just all the way over this way, right? Hey, it's no worries. I'm not, no issue whatsoever. I'm just like, why the heck you subbing right at the start of this ad?
Because I got stuck behind a wall of ads.
Yeah, that's kind of why we're buying time right now and just filling in air as opposed to going straight into the questions, right? Because anybody who's waiting really wants to latch on to every word, well, they're probably stuck behind wall ads for the first few minutes, so a little bit of banter time never hurts, right? That being said, though, hopefully anybody who's popping in and got caught by ads is getting through the tail end of those, so we can hopefully start up what is now episode 26 of Big Squeak Inc. interviews.
Woohoo!
Ooh, hey, the power of hands. Ooh. So, normally the question that I start off with catches a lot of people off guard because apparently for some reason people find it the hardest to answer. Let's see how well you handle this. Question 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Who is Zumi?
An enjoyer of MILFs.
No hesitation, immediate answer. That has to be the best response time you've gotten, right?
Okay. I'm writing down my notes. All right, got it.
Yeah, that's the TLDR. Okay. That's all we really need to know, right?
All you need to know.
It's all we need to know. Now, all we want to know is the rest of the interview, so we're going to keep on keeping on anyways, right?
Fair enough.
And for anybody in chat as well, we did mention it earlier to Zumi and get confirmation that it's fine, so if you have any questions you would like answered from chat, feel free to put them in chat and we will try to catch them as we can. For now, well, Zumi, enjoyer of MILFs, do you have a particular backstory? I've noted there is some interesting detail, and you're going to have to correct me on the pronunciation of some of this, I believe. You are the High Cheesetess of the Holy Temple in Cassius?
It's literally just Latin for cheese.
That makes sense.
So I didn't really have any lore for myself starting out. It was just like, hey, my friend's a VTuber. I should be a VTuber too. I am a mouse now. Okay, cool. And then later on, Lefty, that's my husband, and I, we were joking around like, yo, what if we just make a bunch of jokes about cheese being a religion? And that is just my whole thing now, apparently.
It works though.
Yeah.
And that whole, well, a friend's a VTuber, so I'm gonna be a VTuber thing. Definitely very relatable. I know, well, I saw a friend over there before I managed to get into the VTubing side, right, Cloudy?
I'm gonna whistle before, man.
Are you trying to whistle your way out of it, huh?
Hey, man, it wasn't being called a VTuber back then, let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I was a face cam streamer for a while, and then I just kind of converted my account from there.
Okay. Hey, I can relate, fellow face cam streamer. Hi.
Yeah, I only bought a webcam to finally get into using a model for streaming. I was just like disembodied voice streamer for the few bit I did, so.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm a cosplayer, so like the following that I had from cosplaying was like, hey, you should stream. And I was like, yeah, I could do that, I guess. But I like VTubing a lot more.
That's fair,
Makes sense.
Fair.
Yeah.
I did catch a couple of random glimpses of cosplay, like especially with the current Twitter trend. I believe you posted one of your cosplays as well.
Mhm.
And, well, that is a whole rabbit hole we could get into right now if wanted, but there's plenty of time later for that as well.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to keep the questions a little bit onto the streaming side early before I open up the floor everywhere. So, well, you mentioned that you just kind of start streaming and your cosplay audience had decided that was a good idea too and wanted to see it.
Mhm.
I do have a question though. Are there any major experiences, positive or negative, that you've had with streaming that you would like to talk about?
I mean, I'm happy to say that I've never had like a hate raid or anything like that. I will say I've had some pretty crazy raids since I started VTubing. Like, recently I got raided by Skara,
Oh,
and that was like 3,000 people, and I was like, what the fuck?
like Skara, like pro
Huh.
Skara,
yeah,
that
yeah,
Skara?
like that Skara raided me
Oh,
while I was playing
Oh.
Valorant, and I was losing in Valorant,
wow.
and I was like, oh,
Oh.
do not perceive me, no.
Oh no. I can only imagine getting raided by them, especially when you're on, a losing game, and that's like, oh no.
Pain.
Well, that does sound like a very standout moment, though. And let's see. Oh, we do have a question in chat immediately relating to the definition. So wait, is your definition of a hate raid a raid of people who really hate cheese, or...
Never thought about it that way, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that's not quite what a hate raid is, but Ian Tay, that I suppose that could technically be an aggressive raid if they just came in and were like, "Oh, no cheese, down with your cheese." Like,
I mean, like, I have friends who will raid, and they'll make, like, the raid, like, a little bit of a bully message, just like, Zumi smells like the forbidden cheese, or something like that.
Fair enough, but in this context, Ian, hate raids are usually targeted harassment. They don't do with any official raids from the Twitch side. It's more about a bunch of people who go off-site, gather up a bunch of toxic people, and go on and go, hey, you're this, that, or the other. We're just gonna insult you and be hateful bigots. And those are no good.
Yep.
So, it's good that you never experienced those, although Skara, when you're on a losing moment of Valorant, is definitely... Sounds like that's got stuck in the brain, huh?
It's okay, though. His audience was, like, really nice, really sweet. They definitely liked my, like, incoming raid message.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, hi, welcome in. For those of you who don't know me already, I'm Zumi. I'm a cheese-loving, meme-loving mouse. I play a variety of games, and I'm often seen doing your mom.
Yeah. And that's quite the greeting. I imagine quite a few people get caught off guard by that, usually.
I just want people to know that I'm respectfully doing their mother. I'm showing her an amazing time. She's never been treated better, but I am, in fact, doing her.
And that's gonna mess with a lot of people's family trees.
Well, I'm doing their dads, too. I don't discriminate.
Yeah, Zumi right in the middle. Ay. So, yeah, that's definitely Zumi's energy that, it's been quite pleasant to see every time I've raided over your way. And I believe another thing that you go for with a lot of new viewers is you have something that you request of everybody, right?
Oh, yeah. Everybody is legally required to tell me their favorite cheese. It is a binding agreement when you follow me on twitch.tv. You have to tell me your favorite cheese, or I will more aggressively do your mother. In front of you.
Oh, Lord. Oh, that's... You're going straight into the trauma there. Oh, no.
Try not to snort. I'm trying not to snort. I'm really trying not to.
What do you do if you don't like cheese? Suffer?
Suffer.
So when somebody tells me that they don't like cheese, I first ask, well, are you lactose intolerant? Because here are some cheeses that don't have lactose or have very little lactose, so you
Fair.
can eat those. But also, what is your favorite food that involves cheese? Do you like a grilled cheese, a cheeseburger, pizza, mozzarella sticks? What do you like that is cheese related?
Mozzarella sticks actually sound really good right now, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Right?
Man, I know what I'm doing after this.
I'm
Oh,
gonna go get like a Korean corn dog with the mozzarella in it. Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, my brain's just trying to gravitate towards like jalapeno poppers right now.
Mm.
Man, all this talk of food, I just want to cook now.
Right? So there's gonna be no escaping the cheese here.
Man.
Alright, well, I believe back on topic just slightly. There was mention of cosplay earlier. Aside from streaming, are there any other communities you've been involved in? Either prior to streaming or your time during streaming, yeah?
So as I mentioned, I do cosplaying. I go to some conventions in like the Southern California area primarily. I also used to do maid cafes, and I briefly lived in Missouri. And when I was in Missouri, I ran a maid cafe out there because I was like, I'm bringing the culture, fuckers. I'm just gonna leave like a slew of maid cafes across America, and nobody can stop me.
You will have your influence known.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, Nerdy Bit, the shop that does my merch,
Yeah.
I'm friends with the people who run it, of course.
Oh.
And they're currently at Otakon in Maryland. And they told me that not only did people like recognize the shop, but like they know about me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm Mr. Worldwide.
So there was a lot there, real rapid fire, but it sounded like conventions, going around there, cosplay, those go hand in hand usually.
Oh, for sure.
The maid cafes, I wasn't quite expecting that though. You full on like maid cafes and.
So I was a part of a maid cafe for a long time, and then I moved away and I stopped doing that. And then I ran my own in the next state that I moved to, and now I'm back in my home state, but I'm kind of like retired from the whole maid cafe thing. But I do have friends who run some successful maid cafes.
Huh.
Okay.
Like I know the owner of California's one brick and mortar maid cafe, and it is such a cool experience to go to.
I have zero experience with maid cafes other than the vague imaginings of anime and whatnot. So, if I was aware of this, I would have thought up some questions on that topic because I got no clue on maid cafes. It sounds like it's quite the experience, though.
It's just, very talented people. They're dressed like maids. They serve you. You cast magic spells on your food to make it edible. And there's dance performances. I feel like that pretty much sums it up.
Dance performances? I was on the same page until I heard dance performances.
Yeah, a lot of the maid cafes, you can request performances, and the maids will do some kind of idol dance.
Oh.
I think the one that I see most frequently is Hatsune Miku's Viva Happy. I love that one.
That makes sense.
It's so cute.
Okay, so that's definitely a lot more than a lot more than I was expecting. I expected, talented, cute people doing everything up until the dancing, and it's like, oh, wait a second.
It's kind of like an idol experience, and the idols are serving you food.
Yeah, I could definitely see how that goes hand in hand then. Let's see, glance at chat. Did I miss any questions? I think we're good. I don't see a question mark. So, in that case, let's move on to our next question on the little bit of a checklist here. Because you mentioned some of the communities you've been involved in. Are there any people, either in those communities or just people that you've watched or listened to in any way, that have inspired you, either in the cosplay front, maid cafes, or on streaming in general?
Oh, well, I would say for sure that my friends are always like a really big influence for me. Particularly in terms of VTubing, I would say Kitty Many and Exoverse, which Exoverse is currently in day number ridiculous of his subathon, but they were both VTubing before I was, back when I was a face cam streamer, and I was like, this looks like a lot of fun, and it would be really a lot more cohesive if when we're streaming together, if I have a model too, so I just kind of got into it from there. Yeah, Exo's on day 21. It's ridiculous.
Damn.
That's a lot of days.
That's a lot of days.
Yesterday, he got down to 50 hours on the timer, and then I said, raise the timer. And we raised the timer.
Oh, no. At the very least, that's the best type of being a gremlin, being a supportive gremlin, huh?
It's revenge, because when I had my subathon, he came into voice chat and made his people come in and raise the timer.
Oh, jeez. Well,
I am a vengeful mouse.
vengeance shall be yours.
I'm out for blood. Whose blood is it? Well, you don't want to know.
I felt like I've said that line before too, for some reason.
Listen, when you're having vengeance, at least on this, that all I gotta say is, at least it's the friendly vengeance for now, right? The stuff
now.
that we see is
Yeah.
for now. Oh no,
For
Unless
now.
you, like, if you teabag my corpse in Valorant,
oh no.
then I'm going to make sure that you regret opening the game.
Understandable.
Man, that's like the same line I say when I play Apex. Jeez, I can relate.
Yeah, well,
But yeah,
definitely. Oh, carry on.
just that I would say that my friends are always like a really big inspiration for like what I'm doing and the content that I'm creating, and I like to keep them as involved as possible because if we grow together.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That's that's something that, as a wider trend, seems to be lost on a lot of VTubers, where it's like you see a lot of people who blow up, get famous, and then just don't talk with people anymore ever again, right?
My main goal is to blow up, and act like I don't know nobody.
Oh no. Yeah. So it's definitely good that you got a good set of friendship and community there, because honestly, it always stinks when you see people going on about friends are all gone and I got my big numbers, nobody wants to talk to me anymore. Like, no. Friendship just is not easy, but it's not that hard to try as well.
Yeah, I think it's very important to not like leave friendships behind just because you've grown bigger than somebody or because they've grown bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
Your friendship is not based on numbers. It is based on the connection that you two have as people. And no matter how big or small you are, that connection doesn't go away.
Absolutely.
That was perfect. Oh my god.
And especially the earlier comment about trying to grow together, helping your friends out, supporting each other, being there for each other. That's just, nice and wholesome. That's just friends be friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
All that positive energy. Let's see. My brain is very slow on tangenting between questions. You can tell I haven't done this in a while.
Listen, man. It's
totally
okay.
Fine.
So, I thought I had another mini tangent in there, but I completely lost track of it. So I'm going to go on to the final question for the streaming tangent before I open it up to free space. Free space. Why am I trying to sneak in floor? Open up the floor to free space. There we go. Your time streaming or otherwise making content on the internet, looking back, is there anything you would change or do differently, knowing what you do now?
I mean, I definitely would have started VTubing sooner. I really enjoy what I'm doing as a VTuber, and in general, I just feel like the community is so much more opening and welcome. Like, if you want to get into VTubing, do it. Fucking do it. Post on Twitter, hi, I want to be a VTuber. Here's my character. You will have so many friends.
Yeah.
Just like, don't be a dick,
Yeah.
Even if you don't have a lot of character details laid out yet, you can just, make something up and go with what you want. Because that's the beauty of VTubing. You're free to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a bunch of mice sitting in front of a chocolate table. So...
Speaking of table...
Hey, trying to take a bite of it already?
No. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, man.
Okay, so it's time for my line. I worry. It's what I do. Zumi's taking a bite too. Oh,
listen. Just gonna.
You're just gonna.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna chomp.
Don't worry about it.
Hey.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, man.
I literally just said I worry. It's what I do.
Listen, man.
He's just a little guy. What can he do? He's a little guy.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. Well, I think that wraps up my streaming section for the questions. I'm going to open up the floor to any questions that either Zumi has to either of us or topics Zumi wishes to talk about, as well as Cloudy. You've mentioned you had a list of questions, so
Oh yeah.
it's time for you to go wild with that.
I had a
As
heap
well,
of questions.
Chat members, if you've got something in your mind that you want to ask about, now would be a very good time to ask it. So, go ahead.
Oh shoot, I'm loading. Hold on.
Stare.
Stare.
Okay. My brain. Oh my god, I had it. Like I had it, and then it went.
You literally have it written down, right?
Let me check it
I
again.
don't have the brain cell. Do you have the brain cell?
I don't have a brain cell. I have half.
Where's the brain cell?
Did we leave the brain cell in the water cooler?
More like the volcano over there, you know.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Ah, yes. I too know biology.
Biology.
But I almost had a stroke saying it.
Hi,
Hey,
Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Okay, come on, brain. Come
Pause for dramatic effect.
Drum roll.
Actually, the one going back to the streaming thing. How exactly long have you been streaming for? Actually,
Let's see. So, as a face cam streamer, I was streaming right about when the pandemic started, I think. Like around that time, because previously I had a laptop, and my laptop would immediately die if I tried to start streaming. But then my roommate's friend was building PCs for fun and sold me one for cheap, and I started streaming off of that.
Oh.
That was the start of the pandemic. Then I moved, didn't stream for a little while, and I streamed again. And then I started working on my VTuber back last year, actually. I started ping tubing in about October, and then by January, I debuted my live 2D model.
You know, I'm noticing a pattern with like most of the people we've interviewed, Saru. It's mainly the start around the pandemic.
I mean, we're all stuck inside. What else are we gonna do?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's
gotta
true.
find something.
I thought I left my role play days behind me, but here I am.
You know, I say that I'm still, sitting around in servers and playing role-playing games all the time, so it's like, yeah, I couldn't even pretend to say I left my role-play days behind.
Stares at D&D. Oh, boy.
Oh, God. I need to do more D&D.
Yeah. A friend actually recently introduced me to the Savage World system, which I'm getting used to. I got no clue on that, but I'm not sure if it's a faster system or just a different system, because there's no HP in that system, really. Everything dies in basically 1 hit if it's unimportant, and up to 3 good hits if it's important. Or more, but it's a number of hits, not just raw damage. And it really doesn't have any class constraints or anything, so if you got something you want to do, you just pick the ability to do it, you know?
Interesting.
It's odd. It's odd.
For sure, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Your favorite archetype to roleplay as?
Yeah, what is your favorite archetype to roleplay as?
So, in terms of, like, D&D, I like to be a wild magic sorcerer.
Oh, yes, please.
Because I think it's really, like, interesting having that random side effect sometimes. And then in terms of back when I was a role player, I put in quotation marks, I was a My Little Pony role player, so we're not going to talk about that.
Those days. Yeah.
I'm fine leaving that in the past if you're not here to talk about that.
We're just gonna, oh boy.
Wild magic, though, huh?
Yeah. I like the side effects. I think my favorite, like, wild magic sorcerer that I had was that she got her wild magic from a well-meaning shaman that was trying to cure her of the disease that was wiping out her entire village.
Ooh.
And, like, it cured her, but also it gave her some weird-ass fucking magic.
Yeah. I know, I've played my fair share of wild mages as well, just because, the side effects are so fun. Also, the advantage on whatever you please to trigger those side effects whenever you want
Yep.
That's strong. That's strong, and people just keep dismissing it because, oh no, you could fireball your level 1 adventuring party.
Well, they should have stayed out of my way.
Exactly. Listen, we may or may not be walking, human bombs or whatever race of bomb we are at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But it's worse for the enemy than it is for the teammates.
Yeah, don't mess with the mouse.
Don't mess with the mice.
Hey, true. True.
Fair enough. I will skim chat. Cloudy, any more questions in that buffering brain?
Oh yeah, actually, because I've seen Zumi play, a lot of Valorant, a lot. Yo, you got any tips for someone trying to learn the game?
Don't be afraid to ask for help, like in like unrated lobbies. I've had a lot of people who are really helpful in those lobbies. Like,
Okay.
they helped me set a crosshair. They said, hey, based on your playstyle, I think you'd be really good as this character. And they were right. I was great as that character.
Okay.
Lefty in particular likes watching like a lot of gameplay videos, like from people that are at a higher like level.
Yeah.
He likes to like see the tactics and stuff. Personally, I just kind of wing it. And communicate with your team for sure.
Okay. Something similar to Apex in some way.
Mhm.
Although I still whiff everything in that game, I'll be
I think
honest.
Valorant is definitely easier than Apex. I had to play
Mhm.
Apex as part of a community goal, and God, I hated it so much. Never again. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, the only reason why I ask is because I was like, I'm gonna swap from Apex to Valorant. Let's see what happens.
Do it. Do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Because I'm starting to move away from that. At least battle royales, more or less. Finally.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you liked Overwatch, you'll like Valorant.
Okay.
Because I used to play a decent amount of Overwatch.
Yeah. I played too much. I played way
I've
too
also
much.
heard a lot of comparisons between it and CSGO.
Yeah, a lot of the audience from CSGO has just kind of transferred over to Valorant.
Yeah, I did notice that, and oh boy, it's like my brain's like, yes, I have to do recoil control again. Yay! But it's probably not as bad, honestly. But yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
I know I've only ever played a few rounds of Valorant because I believe it was Minty and Momo wanted to play it as part of a random collab that I invited them to, so I buckled up and tried to shoot people in the head. I shot like maybe 3 people, so I had a good enough time.
My aim is trash. I don't even try to aim for the head anymore. I just spray and pray at the body.
Fair.
You know, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep that in mind for a lot of reasons.
I just know I'm not going to have the reaction time compared to the people who are actually used to checking the corners properly, so if I'm going to get the shot on somebody, it's got to do more damage. But I believe... Oh, I think my tangent threw the question out of my brain. Oh no, I got cheese for brain.
Yeah, cheese brained.
I'll just use that as part of the question while I try to recover that. Zumi, I do wonder... What is not the holiest as in most virtuous and amazing, but literally full of holes? What is the holiest cheese you're aware of?
Wouldn't that be Swiss?
I would think Swiss
Is
too.
literally cheese with the holes? I feel like that tracks.
Yeah, that tracks. I was just wondering if there was like some super obscure cheese that was 90% whole and just a random string of cheese webbing out.
I'm sure Kasu Marzu has its fair share of holes because it's full of maggots, but we don't go there.
Oh, that cheese. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Gil.
Gouda.
All right. I remember what I was going to get at. And Cloudy, this was something that you actually requested way back when we were initially talking.
Oh.
So, remember when you were recommending Zumi for the interview?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There was a particular detail that you wanted to point out, right? For the hoodie modes, because let me swap over to mouse 1.0.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Let me.
So there's a little joke me and Saru had before all this. I'm just like, because I was like, okay, I see fellow mice, and then
Yeah.
while I was streaming and everything myself, one of my friends goes like, wait a minute.
I know, like,
That's
Desperate also wears a red hoodie too.
but the
Hoodies are just
one
convenient, right?
the one comparison my friend threw at me was like, wait, Saru and Zumi look the same. Are they like siblings?
Oh no.
And I just I did a double take. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so the thought process is apparently, we're kind of siblings, and then we just both found our adventuring classes with the Cheesetess and the random adventurer I became.
Again, I don't see any difference now.
Yeah, no, my thought process with making my model as it is today, so like as a cosplayer, I go by the nickname Bun. So initially, I thought I was gonna just do a bunny, because
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then Lefty, again, my husband, very opinionated, he was like, no, don't do a bunny. There's too many bunnies. You're literally a mouse. You're small and you don't shut up about cheese. Be a mouse. And I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. So I grabbed like a pencil and paper and drew out like the crappiest sketch of a mouse with braids and an oversized hoodie that said the big cheese. And yeah, like I didn't know about any other mouse VTubers at the time. Again, I didn't really follow VTubers before I got into it.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I was like, yeah, that's simple, that's cute. I like that. I sent it to Tatamoka, a friend of mine, and she like fleshed it out for me a little more. And then I found a model designer, and here I am.
Fair enough. I know on my end, as far as getting art goes, I literally just went to an artist that did emotes and went, okay, here's my face, here's mouse ears, merge the two. So I had no thought process until, anything for Mouse 1.0. I just grabbed whatever free resources I could from VR chat websites and toggled something together.
Yeah, like I looked at how much a lot of people are spending on their VTuber models. I was like, surely this can be more affordable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I experimented. I tried a couple of different Fiverr artists just so I could see how I felt about different artists and if, that cheaper cost was worth the same value.
No.
And like, I'm still working with one of those artists to this day for my model.
It's definitely great when you find an artist that you can just get along with, and especially if you wind up talking with them all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just worried about the rigging price. I do know,
honestly, my rigging was not that bad.
The complication I see with 2D is that you have to usually find a different artist and a different rigger. Is that right?
I mean, like, a lot of people will do both, but in my case, I did find two separate people. But what I like to do is, like, I talk to both of them, and I'm like, hey, look at this artist style. Can you work with that? Hey, look at this rigger style. Can you work with that? That way, like, the communication is clear and open from the beginning. This is my expectation.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, yeah.
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 I see a question that has popped up that I missed from Crimson Faith. If Cloudy is a Burger King,
oh my god,
is Zumi the Dairy Queen?
Oh my god.
I just see the buffering and it's like, yeah, that's the answer, huh? The buffering.
Yeah. I
get called a variety of things when I'm in my Cheesetess outfit. They're like, are you a cheese god? Are you God? Are you the queen? I'm just like, yes, bow to me, bitch.
All bow to Zumi, huh?
No.
Ay.
I just wear this hat. That's it.
Back in peace. You just wear the hat, huh?
I just like this hat, okay? Like, that's it.
I just think it's neat.
It's a hat indeed.
Hmm.
All
And
right.
I just realized all the talk of models and not whatnot. I'm just like, oh boy.
Yeah, I think we have a bunch of very different approaches here to models, actually, because Zumi described her adventures looking around trying to find relatively affordable artists and rigging to get hers done, right?
Mhm.
Cloudy.
And I think
Mhm.
it's also important to note, like, in terms of those resources, there are whole Facebook groups that are dedicated to like VTuber commissions. You can find artists and
Mhm.
riggers and everything in those groups, and they're very helpful and open. And I definitely recommend checking that out.
No. Okay.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. There's always resources where you least expect them sometimes, huh?
Oh yeah.
I believe Cloudy over there was making a bit of a noise there because I believe you use a lot of booth models and customizing them.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do way too much with those. I'll be honest. Yeah, listen, kit bashing or something a lot. Oh boy. Honestly,
And
that's how I mean, honestly, that's how I started. Just starting from like, from the beginning. I had like a dumb drawing I had like a long time ago I gave to somebody, and they're just like, "Hey, here. Just roll with this idea for the rest of the whatever." Okay. All right.
and
I
I
guess.
know, at least on my end with the current model, this one, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna bring up the price point. I just know I found somebody who does amazing work and was like, I can actually afford this with the bonus income from stream.
Mhm.
You know
Hey,
what?
that's
Why
great.
not? But oh geez, my wallet has not felt the same since that day.
No, yeah, I spend way too much on art commissions. And like sometimes I find artists that are like a little more affordable, but then I tip
Mhm.
them so much that it comes out to the same cost anyways. So,
Yeah, yeah.
know your worth, artists. People
Mhm.
will give you
Mhm.
their entire life savings for a picture of their little rat.
Indeed, indeed. And, I'm going to use one of my questions that I had written down for later because we're already on the topic of commissions.
Oh, yeah?
So, I was curious if, well, there's several questions, but I'll start with this one. I was curious if there is a particular artist that, because it sounded like you had a few that you keep working with, that you'd like to talk about their art and commissioning them and, just gush over amazing artists,
Oh, of course. So, I will always plug Tata Mocha. She is an absolute doll and one of my closest friends. If you need help fleshing out your design, she is the girl for you. I sent her literally like the crappiest little cubey sketch of like what I wanted, and here I am with like the sweetest design ever. She has like a very adorable and unique art style as well. I definitely recommend checking her out. I think as far as like Fiverr artists go, my favorites would definitely be like Rizuchi and Ryudabo. I've gotten a lot of art from them. And then what was the name of that artist that I just got chibis from? Because I commission a lot of art. A
That
lot of
is
art.
relatable. I try to commission a lot of art too when I have the budget.
Yeah. And if you need emotes, also, Tatamoka is your girl. I love her emotes so much. Holy fuckaroni. I know you're in here somewhere in my commissions. Where for art thou? I tweet way too much. This is harder than it needs to be.
It sometimes just gets lost in the everything, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Always new art, but you always appreciate the new art as much as the old art, and the old art as much as the new, right?
Yeah, like sometimes you find an artist and you're like, I need this.
Oh, I need this artist. Like, there's a couple of those that I'm waiting for the right time and budget to align. The stars align. Pray to the holy cheese.
I think they're Cacao Alompa is their username that they use. I got them from that Facebook group for art commissions. I used that chibi in like all of my graphics for like my 3K celebration and stuff. And what happened with that was like I basically gave them the scam approach. I'm like, here is my money, draw her however the fuck you want. And now I'm obsessed and I'm like talking to her about like commissioning some art with commercial use for merch and stuff, because if anybody's gonna draw a chibi Zumi, I feel like she just really encapsulates the art style that I'm looking for.
Good, good. And it looks like Lula, another mouse in chat, is asking where to find artists. Skeb, Fiverr, Twitter, etc. I believe you covered a little bit of that, but it's been asked in chat, so I'll bring it up again.
I mean, I feel like I use like a little bit of everything. I find mutuals on Twitch and Twitter that do art commissions that like I'm saving money aside to commission art from them. A lot of really affordable, really great artists on Fiverr. It's a gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like the Facebook like VTuber art commissions groups. Those are always great. You'll find a lot of people doing commissions there. And whenever I see someone doing like whatchamacallit, like emergency commissions, I try to help out where I can and commission them, especially if it's like an art style that I genuinely want to see.
Yep. Oh, I see so many of those emergency commission posts, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't have a wallet right now, but I want.
My money is not here, please.
I don't
My
work
wallet
until
has
next
been
month.
empty for some time, so like it doesn't stop me from looking for more art commissions. It does not.
I'm just thinking, zero money until I get work next month. I'm not forwarding in nothing, and I still snuck in a couple of smalls for friends from a rat who draws and sneaking in a commission of the Catgirl form because, of course. Ay. So, budget. Who has any budget? Negative money, it's fine so long as the artist still gets paid, right?
True.
Yeah, as long as the artist gets their income, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which Crimson was asking who did my gremlin avatar, my gremlin mode
Ooh.
model. I actually found them on Twitter. That would be Niyumi VT. I saw her taking like $50 gremlin fully rigged VTuber commissions, and I was like, oh god, I want this. And I made like unveiling it part of the goals for my first subathon that I did. And yeah, now people redeem gremlin mode like all the time. They also like to save their points so they can redeem gremlin mode and ada at the same time, because my ada is different if I'm in the gremlin model.
Gremlin ada?
Mhm.
Well, that sounds like a combination I didn't know people wanted to see.
Ada!
Oh, jeez. That has to be the
My composure. I gotta keep my composure.
the most in your face. Just I am here, RR I've ever heard.
Keeping my composure. I'll be honest. Yep.
Oh, jeez.
I'm pro gamer. I'm at composure.
You got all that composure?
I've seen like the gremlin mode and chibi mode models like gaining like a lot of popularity. And I love that. I think it's great to see different art styles characterized in VTuber models, because I feel like a lot of people tend to go for the same art style.
Yeah, there's a lot of the very anime, just, we are all anime people. And
I've seen some like really unique art styles that I'm just like, I want to give you all of my money. Oh fuck. Oh god.
no, I'm going to take a second and plug someone that I just saw pop up in chat as well. You see Shuwu in chat right there. She draws some small bean commissions. They are just very, very chibi form people. And, well, she actually had a fully rigged model of the small bean form. The little chibi. So, I'm going to bring up one of those on screen. And
I'm
this is
looking
going to
at
be...
their rules and stuff right now. Oh my god. Those are adorable.
This is a small bean of another mouse that me and Cloudy both know. And she was managed to get, well, a friend of hers basically rigged it for her because birthday, I believe, or something like that. So there is a small bean style that is going to exist once Shu figures out the rigging herself, it sounds like. So lots of, alternate styles popping up is definitely good.
Yeah,
Small
for sure.
Yeah, it was a birthday gift. Yeah. So it certainly is always nice to see alternate styles appreciated. Let's see. We're we're not in the next section yet, so Zumi, is there anything on your brain you'd like to talk about as well, or am I good to continue with commission questionings?
You can continue with that. My head is as empty as my wallet.
Ouch.
Felt that.
Yeah.
Felt that. Man.
Well, in that case, one of the questions I have is, what are some traits or details you look for when you're trying to find artists for first-time commissions compared to returning commissions?
I feel like there's definitely like details that I look for in an artist style when I'm looking at like a range of different commissions on like Fiverr and stuff. Like I want the art to be very clean for sure. Like unique is good, but like I'm also trying to make sure that like the shading is nice, the lines are clean, like that kind of thing. And then I also like to look at like their different commissions that they've done and how they are with like posing and expressions and stuff. Because like a nice art style is all good and fine up until you look like a personality-less brick.
Yeah, being, in anything other than just permanent A pose for every commission is,
Mhm. I definitely like art to be very expressive. I like I also look at anatomy for sure. Like if I'm getting a full body commission, I
Mhm.
want to be sure that like I don't have the anatomy of like someone who doesn't know anatomy, I guess. Like I've seen like art where like the legs are all like misshapen and different lengths, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I get
Look
that,
at Giantess. Look at what it looks like if you flip it.
So, as someone who's recently trying to learn art,
Mm.
anytime I go off model and just try to draw out of, okay, let's see how the muscle memory's doing, let's see how proportions are in my head, I get to what resembles an outline, bring it up and, look at it from full zoom out and go, wow, I left you on the line to hang too long while you're drawing. You have stretched out very much.
Yeah, no, like proportions are definitely something that I look at.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, you also have to be careful with scammers when you're looking
Oh,
on
yeah.
different platforms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I recently put out a call in a Facebook group that I was on that I was looking for like panels for my channel because I wanted to update those.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have people who'd say, yeah, I can send you examples. I just can't post them.
Oh,
And I'm
jeez.
just like, that's weird.
That's-
That's suspicious.
That's yeah.
That's almost as suspicious as those GFX counts that
Oh,
clearly
God.
have all worked on the HoloLive girls,
Yeah, yeah. As soon as you tweet, I am looking to commission art. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't even have to use I am looking to commission. I had a
Just-
tweet the other day that was, I'm excited to finally commission this very specific artist again.
Yep, as soon as they see the keywords, they zero in.
Commission, ooh. Do you
Ooh.
need some help? No, I have somebody I
No,
want to
I-
commission already. That's the nature of the post.
Oh, yeah. Like Lula says, too, you Google reverse search and it's literally the anime character pick.
Oh,
Like, there's that.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, some artists take just a little too long. And you're like, hey, buddy, you good? And then suddenly the
Yeah.
account is gone. And you finally reverse search their commissions. And you're like,
Ooh.
oh, it was a scam all along. PayPal, help?
Yeah. I know there's an artist I was working with recently that they weren't a scammer. They actually did the art, but months, later, I would poke in and be like, hey, has anything gone on? And I'm pretty sure that's when they picked up the pen on the tablet and, started drawing the commission and continuing. It's like,
Okay, I've stretched out their patience as long as I can. I should probably do their commission now.
Just, you see them
Yeah.
posting, finished commissions of a whole bunch
Other
of other
stuff.
things going through, and it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, I think I'm getting the message here. Let's hurry it along.
Yeah, like Lefty once commissioned an artist that he knew, and like a year later, he had received nothing, and he had seen like a lot of other people getting their commissions, and he was like, "Hey, buddy, my art, Could I get that?
Can I get that, please?
Just a crumb, please. Thank you.
Oh,
just a crumb.
jeez. A crumb of art, please. A crumb of art.
Just
Yeah.
something, you know. Been waiting
And then
for
there's
like
like
a year.
the artists that are like clearly tracing someone else's work.
Oh yeah. Ay.
Oh yeah, those that you see the one example that just pops in my head, the very much the yandere face, you know, hands on cheeks, that expression, and then you just overlap Yunogasai on top of it, and it's like, yeah.
I mean, like pose references are one thing, but it's careful. It's important to note whether they're referencing the pose or if they're straight up keeping that like layer of that art and copying the shading and the coloring and everything else too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's a reference, but like, I want to see your unique twist on it.
We want to see your art, not your recoloring to make this my OC donut steel. You know?
Yep.
That just reminds me of that like My Little Pony OC video, Donut
Oh,
Steel.
God.
Oh
no! Oh no!
Yeah, that joke goes everywhere. I've seen full on like, and this is a reference sheet. It's literally just a donut made of steel. Donut steel. And then, you know.
I like seeing what different artists can do, so I spend a little bit too money. Too money. I clearly speak English very well. It is my first language. But the VTuber economy is a circle. You give me money, I give my money to other VTuber subscriptions and artists. Goodbye, money.
Goodbye, money.
Goodbye, money.
I have credit card debt.
Oh, no.
Well,
I can't say anything. I've got student loan debt, so...
Oh,
felt
God, not
that
the student
too.
loan debt. All right, guys, let's all go buy lottery tickets and see what happens.
Oh,
yes, let's go for the...
You know, my family's got a very unique name for lottery tickets. They call it the tax on hope.
Oh.
Ow.
Right?
Ow.
Right?
Ow.
That hurts.
Felt pain.
I mean, a lot of people are paying it, though. Hey.
Fair enough. I mean, like, the way I figure it, it's only $2. I think of it more as like an entertainment cost rather than a guaranteed gamble.
Yeah. And that's the way you should probably look at it compared to the people who are like, it's time to buy 500 and gamble my life savings on a better life. No.
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 If you're going to spend that much money, just give it to Zumi. It's okay. I'll take care of it.
Give it to Zumi. It will feed a hungry artist.
See, listen, give all mortal possessions.
You know, I actually say that all the time. Surrender all your mortal possessions to Zumi. Give
all
money.
mortal possessions to Zumi. Oh,
I'm also very careful to say, like, hey, make sure you're not spending outside your means when you're spending on my channel. I appreciate the support, but you'll give me just as much support if you're lurking in chat. Like,
honestly, just
it's okay
being
to
there.
not spend money.
Just being there is one of the biggest things you can do, even if you don't got the time to talk, even if you don't got the money to just fill this room with money and be like, Zumi, get all commissions ever.
Oh, yeah, Major, that's exactly how you do it.
Oh, let's see. The trick to the lottery is when it's as large as it currently is, get a loan from the bank for 300 million, or whatever the odds are,
you know,
by every possible combination.
You know, I feel like someone really, really, really dumb would actually go for that too. Trust me, it wouldn't not
I mean,
be like,
at that point, is it dumb?
But at the same,
it's a guaranteed win.
It's guaranteed, but also it's like the money I won.
You know, I'm gonna
half
pull up a quick
anyways.
search because I feel like it's quite more possibilities than you're expecting.
See, currents lotto.
And nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
I'm actually looking. I'm gonna look this up. How much is the?
Okay, so it is around 302 million possible combinations. 302.5 million.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you can manage to secure what you said, like $2 lottery tickets. So if you can manage to secure $605 million to buy lottery tickets with, I feel like you could do that.
You would make profit, actually.
Trunks.
You could also
Yeah.
just take that money and, like, run away to Sweden or something at that point. Like, you already have the way to get the money. You don't need the lottery.
I mean...
Right?
You never have enough money.
Oh, no.
Listen, I'm a bad influence. Hey
I'm
man, I
just saying.
spend all my money on art.
Artists,
Same.
send me your commission rates. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go,
Let's
please.
go.
Indeed, indeed.
Wow. Put me in further
Let's-
debt. I'm into that shit.
Oh,
Mm.
no.
Man,
Hey.
I drink water at the wrong time every time. I swear. I don't
Forfeit
expect
all
it.
money to artists? Is that the artist in chat?
Yes.
You saying
Yes.
forfeit all money?
Forfeit all money. I got you. Hold up. Give me a minute.
Ayo,
I see.
Shul, hit me with your rates. Let me know, baby.
Let's go, Shu. Let's go. We get you, you know, some commission work, huh? Cries, sweating and crying.
No.
Oh, no.
Surrender
think
all
we-
your money to Zumi so she may surrender it all to artists.
I think we've,
Economy.
Economy.
I think
yeah,
we're
exactly.
breaking the rat in chat, though. Shu is, oh, it's pinned on the Twitter. Okay.
Oh,
On
Let's
my
just...
way.
On the way. Very good.
Actually, I need to double check too. Actually,
Everybody's, you know, eyes on Shu right now. Well, getting them
Oh.
commissions.
true.
Ayo, I see those.
Hey yo.
Oh, it's so cute. Holy fuckaroni.
Right?
Aww. Ah, your art style is so nice.
Let's see. I don't think I have any more tangents off a commission, so it's still technically open floor. Anything enter either of your brains right now, or are we still just looking at Shu's commission prices and going, Shu, take our money?
I'm looking at a lot of artists and saying, take my
yeah.
money.
Take my
Actually-
money.
Like, did that artist message me back already? Like, shit.
Jeez.
Because in this particular
Oh.
case, I'm looking to use their art for merch. So, like, we're talking about commercial usage and stuff.
Yep.
Because, I mean, like, obviously with my merch shop, we have the Big Cheese hoodie. Because how could we not?
Big cheese.
And we have, like, some stickers and stuff. But I'm hoping I can do, like, one of those peaker pocket t-shirts.
Oh.
Ooh.
Pocket
Like, a
Zumi.
little Zumi in the pocket. You
Little
can
pocket
put me in
Zumi.
your pocket and take me everywhere. Emotional support mouse.
I'm gonna lose
Never
all my
be without
money.
your Zumi. Oh.
I'm gonna lose all my money. Damn.
Is that one shirt sale already in the
Oh
then?
man, I kind of outed myself there.
Listen,
I think that's the great thing too with like my merch shop is that I'm working with like a small business and it's people that I trust rather than
Hmm.
just Redbubble or something.
Yeah.
I'm really
yeah,
happy about that.
that makes sense.
Speaking of which, give me a second. I'm gonna write some stuff down real quick.
I'm just thinking like all the merch that my friends have is like, well,
Hmm.
if I weren't on a shoestring budget at all times, that's, you know, several shirts with, you know, little friends in pockets, a couple
yeah,
of body
I'm
pillows that friends
definitely
have. Whole bunch of, you know,
I'm
stuff.
just gonna sip my water when he said body pillow. So.
Hmm?
Mhm.
So, should I not bring up a sketch mob as another option to glance at artists? Because there is one specific commission that I wound up relaying for somebody, right?
Oh boy.
I am
Oh
looking. I am
boy.
looking. Like I just was tempted to request a commission from Pixiv for the first time, so there's that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is another
The one
place you can.
skeb that I requested got declined, so you know.
I felt that.
Oh, look at all these art. Oh fuck. Oh my wallet. Oh no. Oh god, I love them all. Why do you do this to me?
My
Zumi goes to
money.
debt live on stream. Oh no.
Cloudy goes to
Focus
death
on
live
you.
on stream.
Zumi was already in debt.
Just digging the hole deeper.
I think just for the sake of a joke, I have to do a mouse pad.
Yeah.
Is
Beer be opening my wallet.
And, Varus is asking the question so we can stop
Oh,
beating around the
fudge.
bush, huh, Cloudy?
Fudge.
Does
Why do
anybody
you do
have
this?
a body pillow? If so, who's on it?
No.
I used to have a Yuri on Ice body pillow from Hot Topic.
You know?
Fun fact: my ex once maxed out my credit card buying body pillows at Anime Expo.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
Oi.
Oh, no.
Hey, dude. I just shuddered because I know the prices.
Yeah, like we're at the con, and he's like, "It's go shut the fuck up." He's like, "Hey, Zumi, how much balance do you have available on your credit card? Let me spend all that. I'll pay you back afterwards." I was like, "But the ding on my credit score,
Wow.
why you doing that, huh?"
Right.
Wow.
Bruh.
So, I don't have any body pillows around. I do have an oversized stuffed dog that's just sitting there
I
being,
have
you
a
know,
giant
stuffed dog.
fish.
Ooh, big fish.
I have a big fish and a big bread.
Meanwhile, I have a
My
giant
fish
shark.
is signed by the voice actors from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Ooh.
Yo.
Yeah, 'cause-
Pretty cool.
So I got it to use as like a prop for my Flame cosplay, because I cosplayed Best Girl Flame. And you know, bring
Hey.
Flame the fish she craves. So I went around Anime Impulse and got the different voice actors to sign it. And I could confidently say I'm the first person to ever ask them to sign a fish.
Damn.
You know, just hearing that sentence is like, yeah, I can see why you can confidently say that. People ask to sign a lot of things, but fish is not one that pops in the top of the head. Let's see. So, the topic that's been beat around, though, yes, I did wind up commissioning a body pillow piece of art, though.
Hey, yo.
Oh, God.
For Cloudy over there.
Oh, boy.
Because they weren't, they
Hey,
were too timid to go talk with artists.
Hi, me, person
Yeah.
that wasn't able to talk
And then
to
you
artists
just
back then.
send it to AliExpress to one of the body pillow printers, and you get them to do it.
Oh, boy.
I'm totally not speaking from experience.
Oh, boy.
So, Cloudy, your
Well,
female
now I know where to
body
go.
pillow, and you know where to go, yeah?
I know where to go now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I am once again telling It's Go to shut the fuck up.
Jeez.
Use my mod, you can ignore him.
You know, fair enough. I believe I do spy a question mark in there that wasn't regarding blue cheese, though. Let's see. Crimson Faith, Zumi padded mouse pad with the puffy parts as ears?
Then I feel like upside down on the mouse pad.
Then you are like upside down.
I feel like if I did a mouse pad, the jiggly parts would be like mounds of cheese.
Cheese, So the elbow, not the elbow rest, the wrist rest and cheese.
I am totally not just like groping my mouse pad right now. I have a Ganyu mouse pad.
Oh.
Fair enough.
It's so squishy.
Open wallet. Give me a second.
Ay. Let's see.
Ah, yes. Nothing.
Nah.
Hockey player signing some floppy disks. That's an oddity.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep, that's odd. Let's see. Oh, yes. 4 has started to remember some of their miscellaneous questions. So this is where some of the oddball questions come in. Question 1. If you were to choose a president of the internet, someone to be in control of the whole internet, who would it be?
Me.
Zumi craves power.
I will go mad with power, and I am aware.
I completely and 100% expected that the moment I asked the question. Zumi with more power. What's not to like?
Power! Woohoo!
Power!
Give Zumi all the power, thank you, please.
Give Zumi all the power, give Zumi all the money. What aren't we giving Zumi?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, there was a wiggle, wiggle redeem. Oh,
Yeah.
my brain is slow. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
It's
Thank you, Sarah.
okay.
We even give Zumi the wiggles, huh?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
So what don't we give to Zumi? Is there anything that Zumi does not claim? We got all the mortal possessions.
I don't claim blue cheese. That's disgusting.
Fair.
I don't claim League of Legends. I would not touch that with a 6-foot pole. I don't claim my credit card debt. I no longer have that. Goodbye. I do claim your mother. Your mother is mine.
I see.
I am the young gravy of VTubers.
I had to quickly get up real quick. Sorry about that. by the
So,
way.
League of Legends, blue cheese, and debt are the 3 things you do not claim. Yeah, am I catching that right?
Huh.
Sounds about right.
Fair
I
enough.
also
Fair
don't
enough.
clean pickles or tomatoes because those are gross.
Fair enough.
All right. All right. Let's see. The next of the miscellaneous questions from 4, Forgotten Sword.
Yeah?
Yes. If you were suddenly arrested and your face was all over the news, what would people assume you did?
You know, a lot of things.
A lot of things.
To put it in perspective, Lefty is more on the religious side. And so when we were dating starting out in high school, I would sometimes go to his church to see him.
Mm-hmm.
And one time I came back from the church and my mom goes, "Oh, you're back. I'm surprised I didn't see it burning down on the news." So like maybe arson or tax evasion or murder. You know, I do love my war crimes.
Yo, can relate? Let's go.
The Geneva conventions are more of like a to-do list.
Okay, so it's the Geneva suggestions for you.
Yeah. No, it's my to-do list.
Oh,
They just
no.
conveniently print it out for me.
I'm just gonna slow clap and be happy, you know?
You
Zumi
know,
will be enjoying the war crimes.
as the one who's usually concerned over here, and Cloudy, encouraging everything, I'm gonna continue being concerned. I don't
The Geneva
think...
bucket list. Yes, thank you.
Oh,
Exactly.
no.
Yes! Yes, 4! Oh my god!
I will violate all the human rights because I am a mouse and they do not concern me.
Squeak.
True. True. Actually true.
Oh, squeak. It is squeak, squeak.
Zumi's now new favorite mouse.
Ay, fair enough.
I'm sorry. I had to say
Mouse,
it.
be your own favorite mouse. Be your biggest fan.
Be your biggest fan. Cloudy, you
Yeah.
gotta be your own
Okay,
favorite mouse.
Guys, you're all
Um,
keeping my secret with the war crimes, okay? You can't testify against me. If you do, your mother will regret it. But
I'm being
anyways, moving
threatened.
on. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. Oh no. Well, at least Lula and other mouse is saying they will not claim witness to this, so this conversation never happened.
What conversation?
what conversation? What do you mean?
What
There will
conversation?
definitely be no YouTube archive of this
The
later.
more you know.
Forever. Oh, no.
I don't know why I did my hands do the more you know.
Imagination.
Yeah. That's what I was
It's in a
saying.
book. It's in a book. A reading rainbow.
Ay. Well, to avoid being threatened further, I'm just gonna move along slightly from that.
Yeah. Moving on. Nothing happening here. You
one
guys saw
last-
nothing.
One last check. Anything in either of your heads that you want to ask or talk about before we move on to other questions?
I think a question that people should stop asking is, are you using a voice modulator? If they are,
Oh,
that's
no.
your business. Fuck you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because, like, as someone with a very animated sounding voice, I get that question a lot. But no, this is my voice.
Ay. Yeah, I
Mhm.
recently started playing with the voice changer just because I want one of the Redeems the Cat Girl time to actually have a proper voice for it and not just manly mouse here talking
That
through a
is
cat girl.
totally fair. Yeah. See, like, in that context, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like, it's gonna obviously be, tinny, people can detect it, and if they ask, I'll just be like, yeah, I'll cut it and be like, yeah, this is me, we're doing a bit. You wanna carry along now?
Yeah. But yeah, I
But-
get that a lot about my voice. And that's a question that I feel like people should stop asking.
yeah.
Yeah?
If I was using one, that's my business. It's up to me if I want to disclose that. But
Mhm.
I'm not. And like, I've shown before, like that, like I have a range with my voice. Like when I do the ada ada, it sounds different. When I
Mhm.
sing, it sounds different. But it's all me, baby. You ever heard of voice acting?
Hey.
We've heard a couple people discuss voice acting on this interview show now, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I'm actually. Yeah.
Moral of the story is, yes,
yeah.
voice changers exist. If you suspect it, keep that to yourself, and if you really want to ask about it, well, you can pretty much just go screw
Mhm.
yourself in a lot of cases, unless,
Yep.
there's a very obvious and sudden change of voice, like, I just turned on a voice actor, or not a voice actor.
Yeah.
I turned on a voice changer.
Man, in that context, ooh boy.
No, listen, no.
Hey man, dang. To each your own, but dang.
The slip of the tongue, son. Ay.
Hey, yo.
Well, let's just deflect to a question in chat, because Varus actually has a pretty good one I just spied.
Whoa.
Zumi, if you could voice act in one anime, who would it be? So, any anime or potential anime from manga, light novels, if there's a particular character you'd like to voice act.
So there is a manga that I really love from high school that just, it never got an anime. And I have like the full collection sitting behind me. It's Voiceover Seiyu Academy. And it's about this girl who really wants to be a voice actress in a magical girl anime. And she goes to like a special arts school for voice actors and stuff like that. But the thing is, she cannot do a magical girl voice. When she tries to do it, it comes out sounding like gravel. But she can do a really good princely voice. And so she ends up cross-dressing as a guy to get all these roles as a prince so that she can learn about the voice acting industry and be a voice actor.
Huh.
That is a very interesting.
Really, yeah.
I wasn't expecting something like that. I suppose there is stories about pretty much anything, so it should be no surprise that a voice acting one is right there. So, a mouse voice acting an aspiring voice actress who cross-dresses to do the princely voice they're good at and learn more.
Like, I don't know if I cast myself as the main character, because obviously I can do like the more effeminate voice, but like just to be involved in a project like that would be so amazing. Like, if I were to be able to get into voice acting, I would like to work on projects that I'm passionate about like that.
Yeah. That's fair. And it certainly sounds like something that a whole lot of getting in on the ground floor, you can sneakily learn some extra bits as well from the content, as well as just being involved in it, huh?
For sure.
So that does sound like a very, on top of just something you like, a very practical choice if you could get in on it.
Yeah. And like, if I were to get into voice acting, I would want to be able to experience like a variety of roles. Like, obviously, I have like a very mousy voice, but I got range. I can do other stuff. I've been told my teenage boy voice sounds like Ash Ketchum, so like, you know.
Ash Ketchum from Pellet Town. Geez, how long has Ash been 10 years old?
Longer than I've been a mouse.
That is, yep. Is very, very much true. Let's see. Any other questions I glanced at on the way? See, we already discussed that one.
Man, I'm gonna go in debt next month.
Glancing. I feel like I missed one, but I'm not sure.
Let me see.
Drink up.
Voice act as hydration.
Hydrate. Oh.
I got my bottle of lemonade, so this is a convenient moment to stop talking and.
Yep. And yeah. Me too.
Well, Crimson on the Crimson on the topic of the voice acting role you were talking about is asking, so that the manga protagonist sounds like Dr. Girlfriend from the Venture Bros?
I'm not familiar with that.
Nor am I. Cloudy?
Nah, I'm not that familiar. My late night adventures.
Mice do not familiarize, so we have no answer for that.
Yes, show. I would like to be the very best like no one ever was. To catch them all is my real quest. To train them is my cause.
Pokemon.
I will travel across the land, searching far and wide.
Let's see. We got a question from D in chat.
Huh?
Have we had the what's your favorite beverage? And can you describe why? What's your favorite drink?
Coffee. I need caffeine.
Oh no. The caffeine addiction, huh?
Oh, no, yeah, I've had a caffeine addiction since, like, middle school. I would get into my first period of class and chug, like, one of those Starbucks double shot espresso energy drinks.
My God.
Oh, no, I stay as far away from caffeine as I can, so...
I am drinking coffee right now.
So many people and their coffee addictions, huh?
Good. It's too good.
He's good. I don't know what you mean.
Oh my god, I had a cookie butter latte from fucking Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf the other day. That shit was bussin'.
I would say it sounds good, but anything with coffee in me, my taste buds just reject, so I'm just gonna nod to that.
I enjoy it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Granted, I add a lot of cream and sugar and flavors. So it's sweet drinks that give me the energy boost.
Understandable. Understandable. And I guess on the topic of Pokemon, D has arrived with another question. What's your favorite Pokemon waifu?
I don't really have like a waifu for
Yeah,
Pokemon.
I do not waifu Pokemon either.
Aren't
I do have a
like
favorite
a lot
Pokemon.
of them children, so you know. But as
Yeah.
far as like a Pokemon that I like, my favorite is Mew.
Mew's a good one.
Yeah.
I can't get over Totodile and, dance and all that.
Oh, God.
Totodile.
Oh,
You know?
my God.
Oh,
And I do my
Totodile.
Pikachu impression.
Oh.
Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Let me. Pikachu, Pikachu,
Oh.
Pika Pika.
Our mouse has evolved into an electric mouse.
I'm gonna
Shocking.
fall out of my chair. That was, man. Today's been great.
It's a good day, huh?
Today's been great, man. I'm glad I took that coffee today.
And your day too can only be improved by Zumi. Make sure to follow Zumi and tell her your favorite cheese.
And surrender
Follow
all mortal
Zumi.
possessions.
Surrender all mortal possessions.
Yeah, fair enough. Who needs mortal possessions anyways, huh?
Yep.
And let's see. I'm going to get one last one on the Pokemon tangent, then I'm going to carry on with some of my checklist again. So,
Yeah.
if you all were Pokemon, what types would you be? Asks Crimson Faith.
Ah.
I mean, I would like to be fairy type. But
Yeah.
realistically, I am a mouse, so you know.
Mice gotta have normal somewhere in there.
Yep.
Normally.
Hmm.
Although if I would choose to be a Pokemon, it'd be Gardevoir, because she's curvy. If I'm gonna be a
Fair
plant, I'm
enough.
gonna be a sexy plant. Damn.
I think there's been some weird dual typings that are like normal something else, and that's no
Mhm.
longer normal type, right? But the dual typing
Mhm.
exists.
Mhm.
So, normal fairy for Zumi then? Because you want to be fairy, you are mouse though. We are all mouse.
Fair enough, yeah.
So,
Sounds about right. Although, if we were talking about like what I choose when I play, I always choose the fire type starter.
fire good.
Arson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, if they're gonna trust any random 10-year-old in that world with a sentient flamethrower, you may as well give the flamethrowers to the mice.
Yeah.
True.
You know?
Now think about it with my hair being how it is with, going to the red tips. I could see normal fire. I'm just a mouse on fire, so there we go. I shall embrace the arson mouse.
This mouse is on fire. What about you, Cloudy?
What about you, Cloudy?
Okay, Pokemon wise, I guess Fire Dragon for me mostly.
See,
Even though mouse,
I had a completely out there thought.
Hmm.
So, Fire Dragon, that's a nice combination. My mental image when I think Cloudy as mouse in Pokemon types is normal Steel, because you're just a mouse with a gun.
Arson. I got
Gun.
a gun. It shoots things.
Just mouse carrying gun around. That's the Pokemon now, right?
Listen. I have incendiary grenade launcher. It's okay. Don't worry about
Whoa.
All right. You've convinced me. More arson.
it. Yeah, dude. Arson. Come on.
For the folks at home, can I get an ada from y'all?
Oh.
Show me your best ada.
See, I normally go Oya most of the time, but I'll go with an Arara. Arara? And then the oya oya goes deeper into the oya oya.
Mm.
Probably not the best, but the best I can do on the spot.
Okay. Ada, ada.
Oh.
Very good, very good.
Da-da-da.
Oh. And
Okay, well,
Cloudy's dead. We may be
I
hiring
am
new
dead.
co-host soon.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Zumi.
Goodbye, mouse dead. Goodbye. Off I go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well,
I'm dead. Don't worry. I'm okay.
not only is Zumi committing and, suggesting arson, that's just some straight up murder too, right?
Oh man. Usually it's my job to do murdering, but damn. Oof.
Casualty of Ada Ada.
Damn. Anyways.
Alright. Now, I suppose I will get along with some of the written down pre-scripted questions, but
Sounds like a plan.
it was pretty it's pretty impressive that Cloudy has been slain live on this interview
Oof.
just now.
Man, did not expect that.
Let's see. I believe this particular set of questions was just being random thoughts about your profession as the high cheesetess and your vast knowledge of cheese. I believe you mentioned something about a holiest cheese, and there's already been some comments as well about a cursed cheese that shall not be gone on about. But give us some cheese information about. I believe, what was it? Was it feta cheese being the holy cheese?
Yes. So,
Yes.
as far as the history of cheese goes, it's a little hard to determine the exact timeline in which cheese was created. But the closest that we can sort of get historically is that farmers would store their excess milk in the stomachs of cows and sheep and whatnot, and they would have this chemical in the stomach of the sheep called rennet, which would curdle the cheese. And with a little bit of salt and a little bit of draining, you would get probably the closest example would be feta. So since feta is the closest to the original first cheese, that's why it's the holiest. Because cow made cheese and mouse saw that it was good. And then blue cheese literally has mold in it. Yes, all cheese is sort of mold, but for the coloration in blue cheese, they inject veins of penicillin, which I know is harmless, but gross. I'm good, thank you.
Oh, fair enough. That's a little bit of the information about the holiest cheese and the not so holy blue cheese. I don't know. Does blue cheese go far enough to be unholy in this case?
It is a sin.
It is a sin. Blue cheese is a sin. So speaks the high
Yeah.
cheesetess.
Yep.
All right. I will keep that in mind whenever I sin against cheese getting a fancy hamburger. So, oh no.
Just ask them to change the cheese.
But I like
It's
blue cheese, avocado, and sriracha all going together. It's weird.
Are you
But the-
confessing your sins to me right now?
Yes. You've already threatened me, so I may as well, right?
If you want to get in cheese heaven, you're going to have to pay your way in. You can
I
buy
mean-
forgiveness. I'm like the Catholic Church.
I'm already plotting to destroy the earth or something later, so I figured I would have to do that regardless of the cheese-related sins as well.
I mean, I could just forgive your sins. Mango is a witch, but he is officially sanctioned by the church.
I see. Well, I suppose that leads to the next question. So, how much is it to alleviate the cheese-based sins? What's the price?
We don't really talk about an exact price. Again, it's a kind of a pay what you can kind of system.
I see. So, I suppose you don't accept student debt.
No, we're not that comic where the thief ends up taking the student debt.
I just figure, banks can figure out a way to resell debt and make that worth value. Maybe the church can too, right?
Look, I may be at church, but I'm not as corrupt as a bank.
Oh, dang. Well, fair enough then.
My
Let's
corruption
see.
only goes so far.
Understandable. Let's see. Oh, We do have a random question or two
Hmm?
popping up in chat. Varus, it may be a repeat question, they say, but they are asking, what is the evilest of cheeses?
So blue cheese, obviously a sin. Also, I do not sing Shinkasu Marzu because it's literally full of maggots.
Yeah,
Ugh.
the illegal maggot cheese. Do not go for that. That
I'm
is...
good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ugh. Listen, I may sin against cheese with blue cheese, but I'm not gonna go for maggot cheese. That is... Ugh.
Yeah, know your limits.
Yeah.
Know how much sin you can tolerate with your mortal soul.
Exactly.
And a question from Ian Tay. Thoughts on spicy foods?
I mean,
Yeah.
to put it simple, I am white, so
Is that the stereotype, weak to spicy can't do it? Or...
I'm not as weak to spicy as like some people might be. Like I use a lot of cayenne in my food. I do
Mhm.
season my food, but like I don't actively seek out spicy food.
Fair enough, fair enough. I just know, reality, I am, definitely as pale as the day is long. I am right
Mhm.
there on the white side, but I am very much all for the spicy stuff, and like some Carolina Reaper salsa, I will munch on that. So...
Oh, we actually just bought like somebody's homemade beef jerky. We got the Carolina
Ooh.
Reaper flavor.
Oh,
I'm not touching that personally, but
I'm hungry now.
cool. I consumed a couple of toasted Uncrustables, so I'm kind of good.
I'm just thinking, Carolina Reaper jerky, that sounds tasty.
Hmm
I
I
could
mean, the
munch on
jerky that we bought is so freaking tender. Oh my god.
that. Fair enough, fair enough. Jeez, this entire interview is just going to be everybody getting hungrier and hungrier, right?
Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna cook after this.
I totally am not holding a 20-ounce bucket of cheese balls in my lap right now.
You came prepared.
I'm hungry. Oh
It's
my
just
god.
what I keep on my desk.
Let's see. Lula has a question. How do you
Not getting
feel
cracked.
about the fact that humans had to evolve to digest cheese?
I mean, we also have to evolve out of wisdom teeth, so obviously we're not made perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh
There's a lot not perfect with people.
at wisdom teeth. Oh boy.
Oh god, no, I'm right there with you on the wisdom teeth. I had to get mine extracted back in December, and they were severely impacted.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So,
Top 2 in my sinuses, bottom 2 impacting the nerve. I had to go to a specialist.
Felt that.
jeez. You as
Felt
well,
that.
huh?
Yeah.
I hate the dentist.
Did you get put under for all four at the same time, or were you conscious for anything?
I was knocked the fuck out. I was not going to be conscious of anything. I barely want to be conscious to go in for a regular cleaning. Are you kidding me?
Fair enough. I know, I had a wisdom tooth that was whole sideways, wrapped around a nerve.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah. And I couldn't get a specialist to remove just the one because the others were just kind of there and fine. So all I had to do was just wait for months with it burrowing into another tooth and then finally get knocked out and remove all four of them. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they won't remove just one, because then it becomes like an issue with, uneven spacing of teeth and stuff, and you can damage the gums that way.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I just wasn't told anything other than, oh yeah, we got to remove all four. And I'm like, oh, okay. Can we get it done sooner? It's literally burrowing. Stop it. Hey.
We may
Meanwhile,
be
I
a
still
mouse,
have
but we
one.
don't approve of that kind of burrowing.
Yep.
Yeah, don't burrow into teeth. It is
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah, it's pain.
It is pain. Let's see. Any other chat questions while I'm glancing, or have we caught up?
Ian wants to know what being white has to do with spices, and it's
Oh.
just a stereotype that
Yeah.
white people aren't great at handling spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And in my experience, it's typically right. As a white person, I can confirm I'm not great with spice.
And as the exception to that, it is certainly commonly mentioned because
Mhm.
it's like, oh wait, you actually eat spicy things? Walk into a restaurant, it's advertising spicy chicken sandwiches. We walk out after talking to the manager and being like, this ain't spicy enough. We're
Yeah,
writing
no,
this
like,
ain't spicy
Let's
enough. Come on.
order like the level 10 spicy when we go somewhere, and then he'll be eating it, and he'll be like, I forgot this was supposed to be spicy.
Right,
And I'm
right.
just like, that would burn off my nostril hair. What are you doing?
And sometimes, you're eating the spice and it's like, well, we have this. It's already drenched in hot sauce. Let's just dip it in a hotter hot sauce and see if it finally has the kick.
Mm. I think an issue that comes up with a lot of spiciness is once you get to a certain level, it stops actually being spicy and it's just vinegar and salt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just capsaicin extract.
Mm-hmm. I also have acid reflux issues, so that level of
Ooh.
spice is not happening.
Yeah, understandable.
Nuh-uh.
I know, I may enjoy the spicy, but I certainly regret the spicy, relatively soon after. Just give it a night. Because, oh no. So much pain. Ay. Let's see. Looks like all is good and caught up there. So,
Yeah?
let's bounce over to, this specific question. So, I hadn't asked this verbatim yet, but, what are your duties as the High Cheesetess?
So I maintain the church. I frequently give sermons on the history of cheese and cheese forgiveness, cheese sin, and being kind to your fellow man because we like cheese, but we're not bitches. There are several appointed gods and figures within the church. All of our goddesses are cows or sheep or goat VTubers.
That makes sense.
Huh.
And then we have Kitty Benny, who is the patron saint of cat girls, who protects us from the bad cats. But yeah, just maintaining the church, having a good time. Good vibes only, I guess.
Good vibes only in this church. I feel like a few churches could certainly learn from that.
Yeah, no, I've seen some churches. Ugh.
Oh yeah, listen, talking about churches, I'm a little bit bitter on churches after my dad got excommunicated from one with the whole family.
No way.
Because it was literally less than a month after we literally supplied all the work and materials for major refurbishing.
Oh no.
So it was like, oh, thank you, church. Very cool.
Yeah, that's I my family bounced from church to church growing up because my parents couldn't settle on one that they really liked. There was one we went to for a while until we saw the pastor and his wife and kids all driving sports cars, and we're like, that's not right. That's not right.
All of them, each individual with the
individual sports cars.
I
looked back at that church recently, and they have since installed a Starbucks in the church. It's one of those mega churches.
Oh.
So, fun fact, Jesus as a VTuber has recently popped up in chat. I'm sure we could point Jesus to that church and have them do some table flipping and lashing out like they did in the olden days.
Take the wheel, take it from my hands. I think Jesus would burn it to the ground, and I would like to help because arson.
Understandable. I might just @ Jesus after this stream and see if they're up for some arson.
Let's go!
Let's go. All right, and that is probably the weirdest sentence I've said on an interview, and I've said a lot of weird stuff.
I don't know. I'm sure I could get you to say weirder things.
I don't doubt it. I say a lot of things when I'm, just rambling and talking.
Yeah, I mean, Corvus regularly says, yes, mommy. So, I think we could get weirder.
There's always room for weirder. Let's see. The next question on my list, though, this kind of ties back into the art commissions, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. I believe I've spied a redeem in your streams that involves plushification, or
Oh yeah, so Plushify is just the name that I gave it when somebody wants to redeem a plushie and add that to my model. So I have a collection of plushies of all of my different friends and myself, and I just throw those on my head, on my shoulder, whatever. So I got little plushie friends hanging out. And I recently had to put a limit on how many plushies can be redeemed. Because otherwise, by the end of stream, I am just covered in bitches and not in the way I want to be.
Oh no. Well, as someone who has tiny people climb on them all the time, I certainly understand some degree. It's if you get buried in too many people, it's oh no.
Yep.
But one of the questions I wanted to ask was, who are some of the friends that you've gotten the plushes of, or created the plushes of? Did you commission those, or were they
So a lot of people have their own plushies, and they just send me the asset for that.
Okay.
I will say my mod Princey, I drew his plushie myself, and I'm very proud of that.
Ooh.
He's a little TV head in a suit, and I drew that like 3 a.m. fueled by caffeine and spite. I know Pakamune takes some really cute like Cling style plushies for a commission, and I absolutely love his art style, so definitely check him out. I personally got my plushie from an artist on Fiverr, as I so often do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of interesting and unique art styles with that too, because some people just make it, a gremlin. Some people make just like they take a chibi and they use that.
Mm-hmm.
I've even seen people use like pit crews as their plushies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So some of it you had a hand in creating or getting. A lot of it is just people's own commissions or things that they send over to you to be like, hey, use this.
Yeah, they send you, they're like, yo, can I be on your head? Friend? Hello?
Friend.
And I'm like, hello? Yes? You're sitting on my head now.
All right. I was curious about that because I was like, I've been eyeing the button thinking, one of these times I'm just going to push it, but I'm not sure about, the plush process. So
Yeah, no. When you press it, it gives you like a list of plushies you can choose from, and you're supposed to put a message with the redeem saying what you want.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And take Silver is one of my frequent chatters, for example. He always redeems the kitty mini plush, so he doesn't even write what he wants at that point. I might as well just have a Silver hotkey on my stream deck that brings up her plushie.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It's
Hydrate.
a regular, huh? Oh,
Yep.
Hydration.
Well, I ran out of water, so I got coffee. Let's go.
That's dehydration. What the fuck, Cloudy?
Listen.
I'm drinking coffee too, but I'm still hydrating.
I live dangerously.
You live stupid.
Yeah.
All I'm
yep.
hearing
Basically.
is you've chosen dihydrate. Oh no.
Yep, I chose it. To...
Hydrate
Oh,
or
no.
dehydrate?
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Oh wait, that's ice in there. Hold on, that's better.
Oh, you just gonna take the ice as your hydration?
Yeah.
Cloudy, how do you take your coffee?
I don't know anymore. Kind of lost track. I'll be honest. Yeah.
Wait, don't you have coffee right now?
Yeah. I don't know what's in it.
You just take the coffee?
Yeah.
Shots.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, just, no question, just accept coffee, keep going.
Exactly.
Fair enough. And I see something from Crimson Faith, and I just feel like this needs to be said aloud. A is for arson, B is for barson, C is for commit arson. D is do I need to commit arson?
E is for everywhere I commit arson. F is still for feta, ironically.
Feta, but also arson. We gotta just tack it on
Fire.
the end. Fire as well, yes.
Fireball.
Alright, well, I think that resolves the majority of my questions. I have two last questions to wrap it up.
Go.
Oh, what was that?
I said let go.
Let's go. So,
Awa,
if
awa.
anybody has questions sneaking in their mind, Cloudy, Zumi, or anybody in chat, feel free to get them out now because we're going to be running out of time shortly.
I mean,
as well.
No, this one ain't this one isn't a question. It's more like I'm gonna lose my money next month for many reasons now.
The Zumi merch sales increasing.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, thank you for the support.
You convinced me. So yeah.
I will say that the Big Cheese hoodie is super soft and comfy.
Ooh.
That's what I was looking at. So I was like, I need a new hoodie.
All right, but as I was about to say, Zumi, during this, I also do let the guest usually direct if there's a raid and what the raid message would be.
Oh.
So, while you're answering these questions, feel free to have an eye over on a second window or whatnot and check to see who's live and a target
I
for a
already
raid.
know who I got.
You already know? All right. In that case, we'll move on forward with this. The final topic, looking forward, is going to be two parts questions. First, what are some long-term plans, some major goals? These are your far-out dreams you want to hit, and just things like over months out or years out?
Well, I think it would be pretty cool to make partner on Twitch, and I could sort of see that being within reach maybe next year or so.
Ooh.
I do think as far as like VTubing goes, I want to stay independent. I don't know that I would want to join like a VTubing company. I know for a lot of VTubers, that's the goal, is to join like Ninja Sanji or something like that. But since I didn't really follow them to begin with, like I don't really follow any big VTubers, I feel that it would be dishonest of me to be a part of that. I would like to stay as like true to the Zumi as I can.
Yeah, you want to be yourself, not a character somebody else decided you want to be, right?
Like, I've had friends who are like, yo, this company's doing auditions. You should audition to be one of their VTubers. And, like, they'll give you a model and everything. And I'm like, that's cool, but I wouldn't want to leave behind everything that I've worked on with Zumi. I am really proud of this creation that I've come up with all by myself. And I think it's important to, like, stay true to that.
Yep.
As far as goals go, I mean, like, I already met all of my New Year's goals for streaming, which was, like, to increase my average views and build a community and get my Discord to be more active. And I just really want to keep growing that community and, like, getting more people involved and do more collabs and meet more people. I really enjoy VTubing and all of the community that it has afforded me. Because, like, yeah, I was a streamer before I was a VTuber, but I didn't quite feel that same sense of community that I feel now.
Understandable.
No.
Zumi, will you do mousy collabs? Abso-fucking-lutely. What?
Well,
You think I am against my own kind? Come on.
how many people is a Valorant lobby?
5 in total?
Yeah.
We could almost already fill up a Valorant lobby with just mice.
Hey, yo. Let's fucking go.
That's what I was about to ask. I was just like, how do I ask?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to add me on Valorant, my tag is mouse, and then like my little like tag thingy on it is feta, all caps.
You know, I'll have to reinstall it at some point, but
Yeah.
we'll see about that, huh? We'll try to keep in touch on that.
I'm down.
Let's see. Mouse podcast called The Mischief Menagerie.
Oh, that's cute. I called my community the Mischief because, you know, it's a family of mice.
It do be. And that makes sense. Let's see. Another question, and this time, same thing, looking forward, just short term. Are there any immediate plans you'd like to talk about, or something coming up next week you'd like to hype up, or a stream at 10 p.m. Pacific you'd like to talk about?
Well, I will be live on my own channel at 10 p.m. I'm going to be playing Stray, which thank you to my community because I was actually gifted that on Steam to play. Very exciting. I'd say look forward to November because in November is my birthday. I'm going to do a special stream before I'm offline for a weekend because there's a convention on my birthday. And I don't know. I just think I want to keep going with like a consistent schedule, keep reaching more friends, and making new enemies.
You know, I'm not sure I've heard people saying making new enemies on their short list of plans, but keep it up, huh?
I've got to have it out for somebody. I am fueled by rage.
You know, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Carnage.
Right now, my rage is directed towards anybody who says that PNG tubing and 3D are not valid forms of VTubing.
Ooh.
I will commit arson on your house. So I'm just saying.
Wait. 1 second. I've heard people being so stuck up their own butts that they're trying to, you know, trash PNG tubers. But there's also splashing that to 3D as well?
I have seen people smashing on like the 3D like Vroid models and like the ones that come from the apps, and it's like every form of VTubing is valid. Whether you're a PNG, you're literally like a clip art of a frog that you pulled from Google Images. So long as you credit the artist, I do not care.
Yeah, make sure if you're streaming with something you found on Google, though, make sure it is Creative Commons or you gotten in contact with somebody, because if you're using it for streaming, you're using it for profit, even if you want to argue otherwise, if you have any monetization.
I think as far as ping tubers go, my only pet peeve would be the ones that use like a pit crew and then don't credit the artist at all. Especially when
Yeah.
you use that pit crew before and you see that it says that it's not for commercial use.
Yeah.
Once you're
Yeah.
streaming and you're affiliate, whatever you're doing is essentially
Mm-hmm.
commercial use, and you need to make sure that you're paying the artist fairly for that.
Yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
There's one thing we gotta make sure to do. Pay our
Mhm.
artists.
Pay
Yeah.
your artists.
And if you think your artist isn't charging enough, you don't tell them to change it, you tip them.
Yes, tip them hard.
Yes.
Mhm.
Lefty once tipped an artist that he commissioned like 150%.
Yeah. If you think they deserve this much for their work, telling them they're doing it wrong is not the way to get in their good graces. Get them to change anything. Be like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to show you how much you're worth with a lot of money.
With money.
And if you can't afford to tip them that extra, it doesn't hurt to spread the word.
Mhm.
You're not paying them
Mhm.
an exposure if you pay them to begin with.
Right? Right? I know, I've spent too much time talking about some of the artists I favor and just going, hey, friend, you should totally go check out them. I had a good time, commissioning them.
My friends are like, oh yeah, I'm looking to commission some art. And I'm like, here's my master list. Commission these people. Do it. Just do it.
Very good, huh?
Mm.
It's always nice to, especially if one of the people you talked about goes over to them and then you get a random message from the artist back that's like, oh, you recommended me to someone, thank you. That's just out of the blue. You get the extra satisfaction and they get the extra money.
Yeah. You get to feel like a good person. Get your serotonin.
Yeah.
Yes.
But with one more wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle. I think that wraps up all my questions. So,
Is
unless
it?
there's... Huh?
Already? We're already there?
Yeah, we're already there. We kind of blitz through it. Normally, there's a lot more of a ramble tangent for the free space for the streams that wind up going into 2.5 to 3 hours.
That's
So
fair.
they wind up very passionately talking on a tangent, and I'm just like, I was not prepared for the tangent, but I'm here for it.
I think the only other question I could think that
Ooh.
people typically ask is how I got my name.
Oh, as mice, we've seen our fair share of Nezumi around.
Yeah, it's literally like I decided I wanted to be a mouse. I went to Google
Mm-hmm.
Translate and translated mouse a whole bunch of times, and it said, "Oh, Nezumi, Zumi, cute. Let's go."
Nezumi. Yeah, I could not tell you, glancing at the rodent server, how many Nezus we have laying about. It's just, oh, well, Zumi, that's the less taken part, so it definitely stands out a lot more.
Take the road less traveled. Name yourself
Yes.
after the German translation.
Or name yourself after a monkey, like in my case. That's what
There you
Saru means, monkey. I'm a monkey of a mouse.
And then there's just
Be
me.
a mouse named Neko. Subvert the genre.
I think I confuse enough of the Nekos around whenever I'm not, snack size to them. Because it's
Fair
like,
enough.
giant mouse looming overhead, confused cat noises, right?
Well, they might think I'm looking like a snack, but I think they're looking like a snack too.
Very good, very good. All right. I believe, let's boot up that raid as long as they're still going. Let's
Yeah, he's in that uncapped subathon I mentioned.
Oh, the uncapped subathon? Oh, yeah,
The
they're
message
definitely.
is EXO is a bottom.
So, EXO is a bottom. That is our raid message, like that, or do you want more capitals?
That's fine.
That's fine. All right. For those of you who are catching it live right now and not on the YouTube VOD side of things, make sure to get that message ready and fire it off as we raid over to Exoverse VT.
Woohoo!
Once again, thank you all for stopping by, and thank you, Zumi, for letting us interview you.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was fun.
I'm glad it was fun. That's the one thing I like to hear at the end of any interview. Fun times for the guest, huh? And take care, everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.